Last time we spent a glorious week camping with our daughter and her family in Yellowstone National Park. In this video, we travel south into Wyoming to explore another fantastic place, Yellowstone National Park. We packed up after our brief weekend in Whitefish and headed down to Yellowstone, taking our time and enjoying the landscape of Montana along the way. Our spirits weren't dampened by the rainstorms we encountered on the trip, especially when a rainbow appeared over the north entrance sign in Gardner, Montana. We headed over to the Canyon campground, set up camp, and got a good night's sleep after the long drive. The next morning we ventured over to the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone and took in the views along the Yellowstone River from the brink of the Lower Falls Trail, Lookout Point, and the magnificent Artist Point. Later that day, Finley showed us the proper way to rest at the campsite. The next morning we headed over to Artist Paint Pots Trail, which is a short, easy loop around various geothermal spots. We continued along the Grand Loop Road towards the Midway Geyser Basin Trail, checking out loads of bison along the way. There we saw the Excelsior Geyser Crater, the Grand Prismatic Spring, the Opal Pool, and the Turquoise Pool. This is another incredible part of the park. Next up on the Grand Loop Road was the Mud Volcano Trail for more geothermal spots, including fumaroles, cauldrons, and boiling mud, which was very cool. Of course, no visit to Yellowstone is complete without checking out Old Faithful Geyser, which erupts approximately every hour or so. There's an electronic board in the lodge that predicts the next eruption time, and we found it to be pretty accurate when we were there. We headed back to camp, where Finley still had energy to burn after a long day. Rudy, however, did not. We got up early the next day and everyone joined us inside the hiker trailer for coffee since it was a bit chilly outside. We headed over to the Norris Geyser Basin, which was pretty amazing. And then over to the Mammoth Hot Springs area and walked around the beautiful travertine terraces. drive back to camp that evening, we encountered a lumbering bison on the road heading right towards us, but he casually moved over to the shoulder to let us pass. Yellowstone National Park quickly became our favorite park on our trip. There were so many beautiful sights to explore, including geothermal activities that looked like they were from another planet, as well as wildlife such as the ubiquitous bison, although we still hadn't seen any bear anywhere on our trip as of yet. We packed up and headed south for a fairly short drive along the John D. Rockefeller Jr. Memorial Parkway, which links Yellowstone to Grand Teton National Park, to spend a few more days camping and hiking with our grandson. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to the channel.